It's a bit of a different video today though, but this is basically how I spend my day when I call scammers. When they can't seem to figure out how to stop you from calling them, this is eventually what happens. Judging by the number, I'd say this guy probably turned it off.
Sorry, we are
Yep.
unable to complete your call at this time. Please try again later.
Okay, so this is a callback number then. Okay, let's try. Some people have asked how is it that I can get them to ditch their phone numbers by calling them over and over again. It depends on the type of scammers. Some scammers are ill-tempered and others are more stubborn. So the ill-tempered ones, those are easy to find. And the stubborn ones are usually hiding behind a problematic carrier like the ones that I just called earlier. So that makes it more difficult to get rid of the phone number because they know that their carrier doesn't take abuse reports.
Thank you for calling Xfinity. This call may be monitored.
Thank you for calling in Xfinity Comcast. This is Damon. How may I help you?
Oh yes, sir. This is Mr. Bob back. I'm calling back again here. I was just inquiring about the 50% discount here for my Comcast services.
Okay, let me
I've
check
been
it
a
out for you.
customer here for about 4 years now, and I just received the message here on my phone.
Okay, let me check it out for you. First, I need to verify the number from which you're calling is the same associated with the Xfinity account.
Yes, the billing account number is a 316-007-911. This is the billing address that I have here on the bill, sir. On top of the address, the account number
316007.
911, sir, is the account number that I have on my billing statement.
Okay, and now
I've
kindly
had the
verify me
service
how
now
much
for
is
about 4 years here, so this is the first time that I've been offered a discount. I have
okay, now
the
kindly
phone, the cable, and the internet, sir. The three-in-one package
okay,
for
and how
265 here every month.
okay, and now kindly verify me your service address.
Oh yes, it's a 316 Gimmick Street, Jabroni Drive in Stamford, Connecticut. I've been living here for about 5 years now, so Comcast is the only option.
Okay, and kindly
I
verify
don't
me
have
your
the
zip code.
Spectrum options. Yes, sir?
Zip code, sir.
Oh yes, in case you didn't hear me the first time, sir, it's a 316 Gimmick Street, Jabroni Drive in Stamford, Connecticut is my billing address. It's a
And what
private
is the zip
residence here,
code,
sir.
sir?
It's a two-floor house here.
Okay, sir. Kindly
I've
give me
had the
your zip
other end
code.
here, sir. Yes, sir?
Sir, zip code.
No, I didn't receive a promo code in the text message, sir. No. I just got a
No, no,
text here. It
sir.
says that, hi there,
Sir,
this is a call to remind you that a 50% discount offer has been offered to
sir,
your Comcast
sir,
services here.
listen to me.
Yeah, the listens.
Sir,
Yes, sir?
listen.
Yeah,
Sir,
the listens.
listen to me, sir.
Yeah, the listens.
Sir, your zip code, sir. Your service address zip code.
Where would I find the promo code, sir, for the in the text message here? Because
Sir,
I don't
I
see
am
it here. It
saying
just says 50% discount, sir. It doesn't say any promo code here on the text message.
not promo code,
Is it
sir.
on the
Sir,
bill,
your
sir? Do I
service.
need to find it on my bill? I do have the statement from
No,
last
no.
month if I need it here.
No promo code, sir. No promo code. There is no promo code. I'm not asking you about the promo
Is
code.
it in the email,
I'm
sir?
asking
Because I
about,
do have the statement from last month in the email here for the reminder.
sir, if you
Let me
will
just look
listen
it
to
up.
me,
Ah, the
sir.
listens. Yes, sir?
Kindly listen to me, sir,
Yeah, the
please.
listens. Yes?
Okay. Kindly give me your
Oh, yes, sir. I'm sorry. I
service
was trying to give you the
address.
promo code here, sir, but I'm still not able to find it in the text message here.
Sir, are
If you
you
could just give
franking
me
with me?
5 minutes here to look for the promo code in the email, maybe I can provide that for you here. Just give me a second here. I'm sorry. So unfortunately, unfortunately for him though, I can't stop now because he said listen to me. So every time, every time the scammer say listen to me, that just I have to keep going. Oh, by the way, like for those that are wondering, because some have asked, what do I say whenever the scammer says listen to me? I say all the listens. I didn't even know I was doing that until behind the bars pointed it out when I first started recording calls. It just was a natural reaction. I don't know why I say all the listens every time a scammer tells me to listen. So, but that's what I say. I say all the listens. It's my way of making fun of them because every scammer on earth, no matter where they're from, they always say listen to me. I hope that solves the mystery. I wonder what the carrier for this number is. Hang on, let me just look this up real quick. Just never seen this one before. Uso? Hang on, let me just try to see if I can find an abuse email for this, guys. Hang on, I'm sorry. I want to take a break from this. Hang on. Support. Has no email. See, this is the problem I have with a lot of carriers. Like they make something so simple as reporting nightmarishly difficult. Like just trying to find an email address is just ridiculous. Like contact us online. Online where? There's no address. Sorry, I'm rambling here, but all right. Well, let's try this one. It's ridiculous. The problem is that when you contact them via email like this, they'll just redirect you to another email. So why not just put the I don't know, whatever. Let's just let's report the number and see what happens. I mean, I can call them all day. It's not a problem, but still. Okay. You know what, guys? I'm gonna have to let me just disconnect real quick. Disconnect. Let me turn off my mic real quick so I can give the audio to the carrier in the email. So just give me a second. Okay, so we're back. I'm sorry. I had to give the audio clip of the call where they introduced themselves as Comcast. So this is a new carrier. I've never dealt with them before. Considering how long it took me to find their email, I'm not even sure if that was the correct one, but we have to sit back and wait for the response. So let's do a little bit more because they're pretty upset as it is. So let's just call them a little bit more. But I'm not going to be able to call them until I get rid of the phone number because it is a new carrier and I have to wait for the response. And if I don't get a response, then I have to let my team know that this carrier is problematic. So it sucks that I can't. I can't call them into an oblivion, but whatever. Let's do a little bit more.
Thank you for calling Xfinity.
Thank you so much for calling
Oh yes,
Xfinity
sir. This is
Comcast.
Mr.
This
Bob
is
Backlund
Daniel.
calling back again here. I think we got disconnected on the previous call, so I'm sorry about that. You were saying?
How can I help you, sir?
Yes, sir. I was just inquiring about the 50% promotional discount here for the Comcast services. I
All
was
right,
thinking
let
about
me just
switching
go
the
ahead and pull up
spectrum
your
here for
account.
about. Yes, sir.
Let me just go ahead and pull up your account. I will be more than happy to assist you with the 50% deal. May I have your service address?
Oh yes, sir. It's 316 Gimmick Street, Jabroni Drive in Stamford, Connecticut. I was close to switching the Verizon here, but I was offered the discount here, so I'm just reconsidering the offer
What's
here.
your
So
zip code?
I was. Yes, sir.
What's your zip code?
I didn't get a promotional code in the text message here. It just says that I was offered 50% discount. I don't see a
I'm
promo code
asking
in the
for your
text
zip
message,
code.
sir, so I'm not exact. Yes, sir?
I'm asking for your zip code.
Oh, yes, sir. You were asking me for the promo code. Is that correct, sir? I'm not able to find it in the text message.
You go
It
fuck
was a
yourself,
two-part
you
text message
asshole.
here, so
You
but
piece of shit.
yes,
You
sir?
son of a bitch. You cocksucker.
Oh, yes, sir. I'm sorry, but I'm not able to find the
Oh,
promo
go
code
fuck
here on the
yourself,
other
you
end of
son of
the
a bitch.
spectrum here, sir.
You're not able to
If you can
find
just
the
guide me
dick
here
in
on
your
where to
mommy's
find
pussy. You
the
are
code
not
here in the
able to
text
find
message here,
the
sir. I'm
dick
still not
in
able
your
to find it
mommy's
here, sir. Is it in
pussy.
the email
You
by
piece
any
of
chance here?
shit. Oh,
I
go
did get
fuck
an email
yourself.
here for the previous billing statement here. Is that where I'm supposed to
Fuck
find it,
off.
sir? So go ahead.
Go fuck yourself, you
Yes, sir. I'm
asshole.
just I don't know what that ringing noise was here, sir, but I'm trying to look for the promo code here on the other end of the spectrum here, sir. And I'm still not able to find it. So would I be able to have it in the email here, sir, by any chance, or is that something I'm not supposed to get up on the other end here, sir? You keep turning off your hold music here, sir, but I'm just trying to find the promo code here, sir. You've also activated the ringing noises a couple of times, but I'm still not able to find the promo code here, sir. So which is it on the other end here, sir? So go ahead. I muted the mic. Once again, they don't want to be charged for the call. That's why they keep doing these stupid tactics. So let's just wait it out and see what happens. I'm not going to hang up the call.
Go fuck yourself,
Yes,
you
sir. I'm
piece of
still here.
shit.
Like I
You
said, I'm
son
not
of
going
a
to hang
bitch.
up the
Oh,
call here,
go fuck
sir, but you
yourself.
can play as much hold music. See? So that's my team. They're asking me if that Comcast number is real because the menu sounds legit. So let's call them up a little bit more.
Thank you for calling Xfinity. This call may.
Hello? I'm sorry, guys. I did call them a third time, but I had to cut it out because they were saying some really racist things. I know there's a lot of other people out there that will probably put that stuff on YouTube just to show you how despicable the scammers are, but I I'm just the one. I'm not into really sharing or publishing that kind of stuff. I have no tolerance for any racist comments or anything like that. So like you won't hear you won't hear that stuff on my channel. Just put it that way. I'll do my best to trim it out or to not feature it. So let's try to call him again. But just to give you a summary, he was saying aside from the disgustingly racist things he was saying about me and about Americans in general. By the way, the scammers they hate hearing that. By the way, they don't like hearing that. When you say, yeah, you can't block my calls, they can't they don't want to hear that. That's the last thing they want to hear. So they're petty. You know, they want to win all the time. They always try to look for an advantage, no matter how small. So they're like children. They're just petty. So let's see what happens now.
Thank you for calling. Our offices are currently closed. Our normal business hours are from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, Monday.
I turned it off. I gave up. Well, there you go. That's turned off for now. Hopefully the carrier will take care of the report. I don't really have a lot of confidence in it considering how long it took me to find the email, but something is something. Um, I don't know if a lot of people are gonna like this video, but this is just wanted to give you guys a heads up or a glimpse as to how I do scam baiting when I'm home. I guess we could do some Q&As to finish off the video. I have gotten some questions over the years, so what are my favorite scam baiters? You know, man, I'm embarrassed to say, but before I started calling scammers, I didn't watch a lot of scam baiting material. I think the best way to answer this question would be who were the ones that inspired me the most instead of who are my favorites. Because I think I mean, there's so many scam baiters out there that they all do good work. It's unfair to say who's my favorite, really. They all do good work, whether they have small channels, big channels. We all want the same thing, and that's to eradicate fraud. I guess the way to answer this question would be who are the ones that had the biggest impact on me, and that's without a doubt the first one would be Jim Browning. I mean, he inspired an entire generation of scam baiters, so he's right off the bat would be Jim Browning. That's number one. The second, and I'm not just saying this because she's a close friend, but behind the bars definitely for for her style of driving scammers insane by being polite. That's where I get a lot of my gimmicks from. She had a real real impact on my style of calls. It goes to show you that you can drive a scammer absolutely insane by just being nice to them. And that's where I got it from. I got it from her. But she can also be quite feisty, but for the most part, she's very nice to them. That quick-witted, dry British sarcasm, you can't beat that. And then third up would be the Hoax Hotel. Now, with Hoax Hotel probably being the one who had the most profound impact on me. Like, I don't think there's anybody more effective in driving scammers insane with nonstop ramblings than Hoax Hotel. Word salads and gibberish. No one does it like the Hoax Hotel. Some might say Kid Boga, and he is a specialist. I mean, there's no arguing that. But driving scammers insane with nothing but ramblings. There's nobody better than the Hoax Hotel. So I would say those three: Jim Browning, Behind the Bars, and Hoax Hotel. And Tagao too. I have to mention him for his ability to cut promos and watch Indian science fiction movies while while talking to scammers. So there you go. I answered this one before, but when the scammer says listen to me, I respond by saying all the listens. It's my way of making fun of them because, like I said earlier, it doesn't matter where they're from. Every scammer on earth, you're guaranteed to hear at least one listen to me. The second one is, am I a fan of Pokemon? When I was a kid, 100%. I grew up with Pokemon. I was part of that Generation One wave in the mid to late 90s. I remember the news reports back in the day. Parents were freaking out that Pokemon were making their kids do this. It was satanic or some other ridiculous nonsense. But yeah, I was when I was a kid. Generation 2 was definitely my favorite. I think that was when the series peaked. With the third generation, that's when I was on my way out. The consensus being that the generation, my generation specifically, once Generation 3 came up, we were growing up and we were not into Pokemon anymore. I would say that's more of a myth, a modern myth, really, because, man, even though I was already in high school, I think, when that one came out, but we were still waiting for it though. Like I remember when they announced it, so many kids were waiting for those games. Like the introduction of double battles, being able to run, the running shoes, like we all the features that they announced. I mean, people were very excited for the third generation, but when those first two games came out, uh, like us being older, I think that's what did the games in, because we were really blown away by the second generation. And then when we got Generation 3 and we realized how boring the games were, again, this is us looking at the games as teenagers with more of an open mind than we were kids. That's what led us away. It was a drastic departure from the second generation. So we've spent two generations playing pretty much the same battle style, no abilities, no natures, and then we have Generation 3 that introduced all that stuff. And to us, that was really the end. It was such a drastic departure from the first two generations. Plus, a lot of us thought the games were boring. I'm probably going to get a lot of heat for saying that, but that's really the consensus. I know there's a lot of kids that grew up with Generation 3, so I'm not dumping on your generation. I'm just saying this is what led us away from the series. Another question I usually get was, do I like Furret? My niece likes Furret. The whole Team Furret gimmick was her idea. When she was a little girl, that's what she called it. She called it Team Furret. Also, too, there was a post that I have on my community channel where she did like this Gengar for me, for arts and crafts. So that's really, really her gimmick. I did have a ferret when I played Generation 2 when I was a kid, only because it was the second Pokemon that I caught when I played it the first time. I had the starter, which was Totodile. Then the first Pokemon I caught was Sentret, so I just continued the game, and that was basically it. I never really thought too much of it, but that's the whole Team Ferret thing. It's mostly my niece's idea. It's her gimmick. So, uh, scam baiting. When did I get into it? Fairly recently, really. Um, but I was tricked into doing that too. And I had I had no intentions of calling scammers. I didn't even want to talk to scammers because I didn't know how I would talk to them. But I was talked into that by behind the bars and by a mutual friend of ours, who I won't say because I want to respect his privacy. But blame them. So if you don't like my style of calling, blame them because they encouraged it. Um, do you make all of the Pokemon cards? Yes, yes, I do. That started as a rib within the group chat that I'm in. I remember making the first one and everybody thought it was funny, so I just started making more and it just progressed from there. I've never played the Pokemon trading card game before, so I had to do a lot of research on the cards, what they look like, the format. Of course, none of these cards, like if you were to actually play these cards in the game, they I don't think you'd get very far. They're all pretty broken, but um, they're based off of real, actual Pokemon abilities. So some of the descriptions you'll find in the actual games just changed around a bit to fit the theme of scam baiting. But yes, I make all the cards myself. Why is your channel Pokemon theme related? In the beginning, the channel was a video game channel. The most popular video, still the most popular video on the channel, which is a video I did I think 7 years ago now, was the Pokemon Crystal Battle Tower. I didn't know that was going to be a popular video. I really didn't. I didn't know there was a demand for like a battle tower tutorial, I guess. I don't know if it's not really a tutorial, but I guess just an idea of how to beat it in Crystal version. So those remain my most popular videos, the Pokemon Crystal Battle Tower videos and the Generation 3 Battle Tower. So that's why the theme of Pokemon is so consistent throughout the channel. It's because it's a thank you and a throwback to all of those people who were subscribed to my channel for all those years based on that one video. Like I remember I reached 300 just on that one video. And it stayed like that for 6, 7 years, and they all stuck by me. Even now, when I upload a Pokemon video, I still get some of the original subscribers commenting on the Pokemon video. So to that, I thank you really because we're at 600 right now, and I don't know how I could have done it without those 300 really. And also to the special thank you to CJ Scams and Tagal for having me on their the morning scam podcast. That was also a big help in reaching 600. But That's why you see so much Pokemon themed material. It originally started as a video game channel, just the Pokemon videos took over. What's my nationality? Am I Hispanic? Yeah, sometimes. Sometimes. What else? Certain things must remain hidden from the public, people. Not that I'm ashamed or anything, but I don't like to give too many details about myself. I am fluent in Spanish, but sometimes is the answer. Um, I think that's it. Oh, the live streaming. I I don't know how to do that. I don't know how to live stream, so this is as close as you'll get to me doing a live stream. So never say never. Let's just put it that way. Also, too, I should be at the PCC and Pierogi. Man, like seriously, I appreciate that comment. I really do, but I don't think I could hang with those guys. Those guys are on a completely different level when it comes to scam baiting. Like, I don't think I'd fit in. I don't think I'd have anything to offer them, really. I don't really see myself on their level, to be perfectly honest with you. I think they're way above me and they're doing really incredible things and trying to stop fraud. I mean, I call scammers and piss them off and get them to ditch their numbers, but the investigative types, going undercover or sending guys all the way to India and getting intel, like that's beyond my capabilities. Like I appreciate the comment, I really do, but like I'm part of a team, so like I'm a team player. I join one team, not many. That's always been my philosophy. And when I say that everyone in my team is 10 levels above me, I mean everyone in my team is 10 levels above me. They've been doing this far longer than I have, and they have skills that are way beyond anything that I could ever dream of having. So if anybody deserves to go over there, it would be one of my team members, not me. I'm nowhere close to being as good as they are. All right, so I think that's it. So if you made it this far, thank you. I normally don't do these kinds of videos, but we made it to 600, and um, goddamn, I'm so happy to make it to 600. Not that it matters to me. I mean, I do this for fun. I mean, this is so much fun. I love calling scammers and making them upset. The only way I'll stop doing it is if I physically can't do it anymore. Subs don't mean anything to me, but for those that are subs to the channel, from the bottom of my heart, thank you. I really appreciate it. So I'll be back with another one pretty soon, and take care, guys. Here's to 600.